But they've had a massive reshuffle in their crew since that time. And 2 men out of the Canadian crew on the near side survived from the 4th placed crew from last year in this event. Clean start for this race in marked contrast to some of the races we saw in this morning's program, when false starts were very much the order of the day. And in the final of the men's lightweight eights, we saw the umpire and award a false start to every single one of the 6 crews taking part. So Canada, with that experienced engine room of Mike Forgeron and Bradshaw Crombie in the stern pair, take the early lead by half a length from the rest of the field. Over on the far side, Romania look as though they're taking the early 2nd place, but it's anybody's guess further back down the field who's jostling for those minor placings as the crews now settle into their race rhythm.
Romania also right there with Canada. The other 4 crews in this event are essentially level.
Canada now settling at 40 strokes a minute.
Now it's lane 5, Russia dropping back slightly off of the torrid pace being set for the first 500 meters.
Still hanging on to half a length lead ahead of the rest of the field. Romania falling back slightly now. And the Americans, the Australians and the Croatians all level in 2nd place.
125.6. 2 meters ahead of Canada, another meter back to the United States.
All relatively new lineups. Some men surviving from crews that took part in Lucerne, as I say. And apart from the stern pair and the Canadian crew, only the bowman and the Croatian 4 took part at last year's World Championships. The others all newcomers. So not much form to go on, but still Canada hang on to that half-length lead, and now it's the American 4 with the engine room Tom Murray and Mike Porterfield, 10th placed at Lucerne, with 2 others to make up that crew.
Kroatien und an 6. Russland. En los 500 metros Rumanía ligeramente delante, en segundo, tercero y cuarto Canadá, Estados Unidos y Australia con menos de medio segundo. Quinto Croacia y 6º Rusia.
Canada still maintaining that lead.
The 1,000 meter mark. The United States, who started to press Canada, rolling at 38 strokes a minute. The United States, Canada has responded, and they now have basically almost 1 length lead on the United States. The Canadian crew going for the first time with a substitution in the 2-speed. It's the stroke of the Canadian 8 filling in. They're in lane 6. They have perhaps 3/4 of a length of the United States.
Well, the pace in this race tremendous now. This is the small final for places 7 to 12 of the men's coxless 4s. And they're just coming up to the halfway mark, and it's Canada who took the early lead, striking 46 away from the start. Dropped their rate, but maintaining 39 strokes a minute at the moment, with almost a length lead ahead of the United States of America in lane 2. Croatia in lane 3, a canvas back on America. Confirmation at the halfway mark then, Australia, Russia and Romania. At the tail end crews. Rather poppy water, just beginning to cause a few troubles for the crews now, but riding it remarkably well. America and Croatia now level. 2nd place in this race, fighting for 8th place in the world.
Canada was just exactly 1 length of a lead. Romania and the United States crossing the line level, and 500 meters to go with a sprint to the finish ahead of them. Australia was next, followed by...
Well, Canada going for the tried and trusted remedy of getting out in front of a race and staying there. and they've got clear water behind them. That's going to be a tremendous deficit for any other crew to make up if they're going to take away the lead.
Australia, Russia, and Romania may be thinking about
Looking at these crews, I doubt whether any of them has sufficient power to take it back from them now as they come down to the closing stages. 250 meters to go in the small final of the men's coxless falls. Canada a length and a quarter lead on Croatia, now in second position. And the Croatian cohesion going slightly as they push for the line. But they're making no impression. There's still clear water behind the Canadians.
Canada rolling at 40. Handling the water well. Croatia.
A lot of white water flying off the tips of those blades, but the power is there, the length in the water is there, and they cross the line half a length clear of Croatia. So Croatia came back well, but on the far side, looks as though it's the Americans who come clear of Australia, with Russia in 5th place and Romania in 6th.
Gentlemen, an announcement from Peter. The rest of this afternoon's racing is now cancelled because of bad weather conditions. Tomorrow morning at
Confirmation on your screens that Canada won that small final of the men's 4 minors ahead of Croatia and America.